Hi everyone, Marthy here. If you guys have been watching my videos from the very beginning, you will notice that I have transitioned in not only my hair color but maybe the style a little bit, because in most of my videos I have been actually wearing wigs. Yes, I have been wearing wigs. Now I feel a little bit more comfortable talking about it, but in the beginning I was a little bit self-conscious to talk about it. I know that for some people this can be a little taboo, especially if you are dealing with hair loss or something of that nature. I went through the whole process of wearing wigs for two reasons. One of them was because my hair was jet black, and if you know about having jet black hair, it is very hard for you to transition from that color into pretty much any other color without having to heavily bleach it and go through an entire process in order for your hair to change. So I had very brittle hair to begin with. Before my thyroid condition really kicked in, I used to have really long dark hair. Once my thyroid condition started to get a little worse, I did start to lose a lot of my hair, and I was going through a lot of hair breakage. I was going through a lot of hair loss, and especially on the top section of my hair. And that can be something that can be very devastating for a woman, especially. Guys can pretty much shave their heads and still look sexy as heck, in my opinion. And for a woman, it's not really that easy. It could just be a very hard thing to go through. In my case, like I said, I was having issues with thinning hair, and so I decided that I was going to change my hair color because having the dark hair really accentuated the difference between the scalp and the hair, and you could really see a lot of scalp at that point. So I decided I'm going to go lighter to help that situation. Of course, I couldn't bleach it because I had jet black hair, and the only option for me was to actually let it grow out. And so in order for me to do that without going around looking like a crazy woman, I had to pretty much opt into having to wear a wig. And that's what I did. I had to blend in my wigs in a way that didn't look quite so artificial, so I did have to blend it in with some of my hair in the front. In order for me to do that, I actually used some hair products that are used to cover up gray, and I would use it in the color of the wig that I was wearing at the time. And just to let you know, I do plan on coming back with another video that will show you exactly how to do that if you are interested in doing something like this. I learned a lot of the things that I know from another YouTuber. Her name is June Penny. She is a woman that actually went through severe hair loss at the top of her hair because she had skin cancer on her scalp. And so because of the radiation and everything, her hair did not come back here. She has really beautiful hair all throughout down here, but up here it's very thin. And so she had to learn of a lot of ways that she could help herself by using hair pieces and things like that. And I learned so much from her, and so I also want to make sure that you guys check out her channel, so I will go ahead and link her channel down in the description box. And please do so because you will learn so much from her and you will love her personality. She now even has her own hair pieces that she sells through a company, I believe, and so I would really suggest that you check out her channel. And I know that you will love it because not only does she talk about hair loss and hair pieces and things like that, she's just a lot of fun. And so I am sure you will love her and you will learn a lot from her. I wholeheartedly appreciate her, and she has helped me tremendously because to me it was very hard to go through this entire process. It could make you even cry if you have hair loss. It was a very hard transition for me, but I learned a lot from her and she just changed my life. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys clips or just pictures of me with the different wigs that I have worn from the time I did start. guys saw, there was quite a lot of changes going on there, and even in some of the cases you may have seen a lot of gray hairs in the front, and that was my actual hair color at the time. In my family, it's pretty much hereditary. I have almost a whole head of white hair, and that's just part of my mom's side of the family. My mom wore her hair like that for many years before she actually dyed it, and it actually looked beautiful on her because she was still young, and her hair being that way, it kind of looks like the way girls wear it today, where they're really young and then they have the gray hair. That's what my mom looked like. So she was trending before her time. So once I got to a certain point where my hair had grown out up to like this much, I decided that it was time that I can go ahead and have it professionally dyed, and then I could probably get away with wearing it like that at that point, because I felt that even though it was thin, that the contrast would not be so noticeable from my scalp and the hair, because the hair would be light. However, I felt that I was not happy even with that result after I had it dyed, because although it looked decent, it was just not what I was hoping for, because I had a lot of thinning at that point. So I decided that I was gonna go and get hair extensions. Now, I'm not talking about the clip-in extensions that you just clip in and out, because to me that's very similar to wearing a wig. So I had been looking for someone that actually put in the keratin extensions, and I was even looking at the type of extensions that have the micro beads or even the tape-in extensions. I would say that the micro beads and the keratin extensions are probably the best options. So I went to get my hair dyed, and then I happened to learn that one of the hairstylists in that salon actually put in the keratin extensions. So she talked to me briefly, she gave me her business card, and then I made an appointment with her. She consulted me, and we pretty much planned what we were gonna do. She ordered the extensions for me, and then once she got the extensions in, I went and I had them put on. I want to recommend her. Her name is Sofia Chavez, and people call her Sophie. Very nice lady, very professional. She does an amazing job, and she can even do hair extensions at the top of your hair where it could hide a little bit of the thinness. She did an amazing job with me, and I am so happy with the results. So this is what I have right now. I actually have hair extensions, and these are the keratin hair extensions placed around your head in a way so that it's not very noticeable, and also so that it kind of goes with your hairstyle. So let me just see if I can show you guys a piece so that you guys can take a look and see what they look like. And let's see, I think I have one up here. So here's one of them, and that is a piece of my hair, and then here's the keratin bond. Right here's the keratin bond, and then it's attached to my actual hair. So here's the extension. If you see, it's a really tiny piece, and it's because she puts some real tiny pieces on the top, and then the pieces that are on the bottom are a little bit thicker, but not by much. So let me see if I could pull one of those. By the way, I do need a touch-up because my grays are just relentless, and so you will probably see some of those too. But this right here is a piece of the extensions that are on the bottom, so they're not very thick at all, and she puts them all over. I think I have about 100 pieces in my hair, and we're about to put in 10 more because I think I had more hair on one side of my head than the other. So we ordered 10 more, and we're gonna get those in pretty soon. But you can't even tell because she put them in so nicely that you can't even tell that I'm missing a few pieces. But I am very happy because those type of extensions gave me more fullness, and they also gave me the length that I wanted, because this is the type of length that I've always been used to, and I really do like wearing my hair this way. As far as the care for these extensions, it's pretty much like your own hair, but you do have to have some care to it. The more you care for them, the more they will last you. Whenever you do shower, dry your hair right away so that the bond is not kept wet for a very long time, because with time it will loosen up and you will lose an extension. With time you will probably be losing a few, and you just need to save them and then go back and have them reattached. But you want to take care of them as much as possible. Make sure to talk to the person that is doing your hair and ask her for care tips, because it's very important that you do follow those care tips. It is human hair, and you don't have to worry about it looking synthetic because it actually will match your hair. The price range is very wide. It just depends on the area where you live. So I would say if you're local and you are wanting to do this, please contact Sophia and she could actually give you a quote, because it will also depend on how many pieces you'll have to have in your hair. So definitely contact her if you're looking for a price quote, and she will do a consultation for you, and you guys can talk about what you want, and she can pretty much tell you what she will do and how much it'll cost you. I've been wanting to share this for a very long time, but like I said, I wasn't at the place where I was happy enough with my hair to be comfortable enough to talk about it, because for me, having thinning hair was just something very hard for me. And although I was very open about it in the beginning, I would have to say that I was a little bit more reserved and I was just not comfortable with the whole situation. But please know that it is not anything to be ashamed of if you have to wear wigs or anything like that. Even having your hair colored is not really your hair. So don't be afraid to look into something like that for yourself. Friends and family, they just pretty much got used to it. They stopped asking about it. A lot of them even got inspired to try wigs because they thought it was fun. And so don't be ashamed to try something like that for yourself and help your situation. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's actually very, very acceptable these days. There's a ton of YouTubers wearing pink, purple, blue, gray hair, and they're all wigs, and the Kardashians are known for wearing wigs all of the time. If anything, it's fashionable to wear them. So hopefully that inspires you if that is something that you are wanting to look into, in hopes that it helps someone out there that is struggling with hair loss or struggling with going through a hair transition. Please check out June Penny's channel, because you will learn so much from her as I did, and she is just a lifesaver, because literally there have been women that get in such depression because of their hair loss that they actually become suicidal. I know that some people might think it's not such a big deal, but to a woman it could be something very heartbreaking. Hopefully in the future I can come back, do one of those wig videos like I said, and maybe show you what I did, and hopefully it helps somebody out. So thank you guys so much for watching and for listening to me talk today, and for watching this video. And I hope you guys are having a really beautiful day, that you are well. I want to send many blessings to you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.